Hello and welcome back. This video presents an stochastic indicator coupled with another indicator. I've backtested this approach and the results are truly remarkable. We will explain the strategy and backtest it using historical data. So let's get started. This strategy operates on a 15-minute time frame. Let's open the chart and start adding the indicators. The strategy incorporates just two free TradingView indicators along with the exponential moving average to help us identify trends. I'll explain how each indicator functions as we add them one by one. For our first indicator, we will be using the stochastic indicator. This powerful tool is designed to measure the momentum of price movements. It compares a particular closing price of an asset to a range of its prices over a specific period, helping us identify potential reversal points in the market. A stochastic value above 80 typically indicates an overbought condition, which can suggest a potential price drop in the near future. Conversely, when the stochastic value dips below 20, it indicates an oversold condition, implying a possible price rise soon. To optimize our trading signals, let's adjust the parameters. Change the cake's length to 5. This modification increases the indicator's sensitivity to recent price changes, allowing us to react more swiftly to market movements. Additionally, set the KK's smoothing to 3, which will smooth out the indicator over 3 periods for a clearer view of market trends. Next, we'll refine the overbought and oversold levels to better fit our strategy. Set the overbought level to 75, which provides a more realistic threshold for potential price drops. Similarly, set the oversold level to 30, allowing us to capture more reliable buy signals. With these adjustments, the stochastic indicator becomes more responsive to price changes while reducing market noise, resulting in clearer signals and helping us make smarter trading decisions. The second indicator in our strategy is the MACD, or Moving Average Convergence Divergence. This popular tool is a trend-following momentum indicator that shows the relationship between two moving averages of an asset's price. We'll use the default settings for the MACD, as they work well for our strategy. When the MACD line crosses above the signal line, it signals bullish momentum, which we'll use as a filter to confirm long trades. In this setup, a long position is only valid if the MACD line is above the signal line, reinforcing our confidence in an upward trend. Finally, we'll add the 100-period exponential moving average to help us identify the longer-term trend. The 100 EMA is a powerful tool for trend identification. When the price is above the 100 EMA, it suggests an uptrend, and we'll be focusing on long opportunities. If the price is below the 100 EMA, it indicates a downtrend, and we'll avoid buying signals, keeping our trades aligned with the prevailing trend. This combination of indicators gives us a structured approach. The 100 EMA and MACD confirm the trend direction, ensuring that we're trading in alignment with the market's momentum. Meanwhile, the stochastic indicator is used to buy the dip within that trend, helping us identify optimal entry points when the price temporarily pulls back. Now that we have a clear understanding of each indicator and their specific roles, let's dive deeper into how this strategy works in practice. The first condition we're looking for is a crossover in the stochastic indicator, where the K line crosses above the oversold level of 30. This signals that the asset may be moving out of an oversold condition, potentially starting a price rise. Next, we check that the MACD line is above the signal line. This shows that bullish momentum is building, helping to confirm the upward trend. Finally, we confirm that the close price is above the 100 EMA. This aligns our trade with the long-term trend, ensuring we only enter long positions when the overall market trend is upward. When all three conditions are met, we have a solid setup for a long entry. To manage risk effectively, we'll set a fixed stop loss and a risk-to-reward ratio for our take profit. The exact percentages for these levels will be determined through parameter optimization, a process that will help us find the most effective values to maximize our profits and minimize our losses. Now, let's talk about setting up a short position. Similar to our long setup, the short strategy requires 3 specific conditions to be met, but in the opposite direction. The first condition we're looking for is a crossover in the stochastic indicator, where the K line crosses below the overbought level of 80. Next, we check that the MACD line is below the signal line. Finally, we confirm that the closing price is below the 100 EMA. When these three conditions are met, it sets up a strong signal for a short entry. We'll set a fixed stop loss to limit potential losses and use a predefined risk-to-reward ratio for our take-profit level. Again, these levels will be optimized to ensure we capture maximum profits while minimizing downside risk. Now that we have a clear understanding of the strategy, let's dive into the optimization phase. For this optimization, we'll focus on a 15-minute time frame. We'll run our backtests over an 8-month period for in-sample data, allowing us to fine-tune the strategy parameters. To ensure that our results are not overfitted, we'll also use 4 months of out-of-sample data. This separate testing period allows us to validate the strategy's stability on unseen data, giving us greater confidence in its effectiveness. We'll test various parameter values to determine which combination yields the best results. We'll experiment with oversold levels of 20, 25, and 30, and overbought levels of 70, 75, and 80. These settings will help us capture potential turning points more effectively. We'll compare different EMA lengths, including 50, 100, and 200, to see which provides the most reliable trend indication. Testing stop-loss levels between 5% and 15% will allow us to strike a balance between risk management and trade duration. We'll explore ratios from 1 to 3 in increments of 0.5, as this will help us find an optimal trade-off between risk and reward based on the market conditions. By testing a maximum holding period of 3 to 7 days, we can avoid holding trades for too long in uncertain market environments, while still capturing meaningful moves. To streamline this optimization, we'll use Freqtrade's HyperOpt feature, which systematically tests different parameter combinations to find the optimal settings. We'll be trading on AVAX USTD after completing the optimization. Here are the optimized settings. We have an oversold level of 30, an EMA length of 100, a risk ratio of 1, and a stop loss set at 10%, and maximum holding period of 7 days with an overbought level of 75. With these optimized parameters, let's dive into the backtesting results. By the way, if you're looking for an easy-to-follow Freqtrade tutorial, be sure to check out the link in the description below. Over the 1-year backtesting period, starting with a balance of 1,000 USDT, it grew to a final balance of 7,338 USDT, achieving a total profit of 633%. The Sharpe ratio stands at 0.88, and combining this strategy with others could potentially enhance it further. The max drawdown was 29%. The cumulative profit graph shows a smooth and steady upward trend, underscoring the strategy's consistent performance and making it a solid option for live trading. If you're interested in exploring this strategy further, we've made the strategy code and configuration available for download. You can find the link in the description below. Plus, you can easily modify the settings to test it with different cryptocurrencies, timeframes, or even experiment with various leverage levels to suit your personal trading style. As always, if you learned something new or want to see more videos, please subscribe, click the notification bell, and share this video on WhatsApp, Facebook, or Twitter to show your support. We'll see you next time.